Hi there, welcome to Hearing Every Voice in the Satsang, a peer-led survey aligning with core values and purpose. It's prepared by me. My name is Angus Wright. I also go by Angus by design. I'm a certified peer supporter. I'm an advanced level facilitator of the Wellness Recovery Action Plan. I'm an emotional CPR practitioner, and I'm a certified well-being mentor. As well as many other certifications that are essentially about how we can educate and empower ourselves to heal and recover, and then reach out and do so for other people and other peers. So welcome, my friend. Welcome to the LGBTQ+ Satsang Community Survey. So this survey is a voluntary, peer-led initiative designed to gather insights into the experiences, perspectives, and needs of the 2SLGBTQIA+ members within the Ramdas community, including ramdas.org, the 2SLGBTQIA+ Satsang on Facebook, and the Ramdas Inner Academy space. So our purpose is to foster a more inclusive, supportive, and spiritually vibrant community where every voice is heard and valued. So the deep end of it is ensuring safety, choice, and trust. So trigger warning, informed consent. So what to expect? This survey will ask questions about your identity, your connection to the Ramdas community, your experiences within it, and your suggestions for improvement. There's no pressure to complete this questionnaire at any specific time. Voluntary participation. So your participation in this survey is entirely voluntary. You're free to skip any question you prefer not to answer, or stop the survey at any time without penalty. Your decision to participate or not will not affect your relationship with the Ramdas community, and anonymity and confidentiality. So all your responses will be collected anonymously. This means that no personally identifying information such as your name or email address will be linked to your answers. We configure Google Forms settings to prevent the automatic collection of email addresses. So we kindly ask you not to include any directly identifying information in your open-ended responses. Once collected, the data will be downloaded and stored in a secure password-protected location, accessible only to the designated peer organizing team for analysis. And how your information will be used. The aggregated and anonymized data from the survey will be compiled into a summary report. This report will be used by Satsang moderators and community leaders to better understand community needs, inform planning for future events, resources, and support initiatives, and foster a more inclusive environment. So no individual responses will be identifiable in any reports, discussions, or shared findings. Optional contact for follow-up. So the survey is anonymous. However, if you would like to, or you would be willing to be contacted by a peer organizer for a potential separate and still confidential follow-up conversation. So for example, be part of a small anonymous focus group in the future. You may voluntarily provide your email address at the end of the survey. So this is completely optional. Your survey responses will remain anonymous, whether you provide an email or not. Your email will be stored separately from your survey answers and used only for the specified purpose. So trigger warning. Please be aware that this survey addresses sensitive topics related to identity, community, experiences, and potential challenges, including discussions of discrimination or marginalization. Your emotional well-being is important, so if you find any questions distressing, you're welcome to skip them or stop the survey at any time without concern. We encourage you to engage in self-care as needed. So we also encourage you to call, text, or visit 988 to be connected with resources in the US and Canada, and seek resources as needed. So by proceeding with this survey, you confirm that you're 18 years of age or older, have read and understood the information above, and consent to participate anonymously under these terms. So thoughtful question phrasing and sequencing. The way questions are asked can significantly impact a participant's experience. So minimize re-traumatization risk. We ask questions that minimize risk of re-traumatization. So questions that are too open-ended can sometimes cause stress. Questions are phrased thoughtfully to minimize any words or topics that may surprise the participant or come across as accusatory. And then clarify purpose. We clarify why we're asking questions, especially when topic areas are sensitive in nature. Make sure research participants know the purpose behind what you are asking of them. So for example, we ask about these experiences to better understand how the Satsang can be a more supportive space. An order of questions. So we begin the survey with less sensitive, more general questions to build comfort and rapport. We conclude the survey with questions that are reaffirming and that highlight coping strengths or recognize resiliency. So leading to the participant with a sense of agency or positive reflection, and avoid problematic juxtapositions. So we're mindful of the context created by surrounding questions. So for example, questions about sexual orientation or gender identity are not placed immediately next to questions which could create unintended negative associations or higher non-response vibes. And support info. So in times of global crisis, you're not alone. Reach out for support, and crisis support is available. So immediate confidential support is available through crisis hotlines around the world. In the US and Canada, you can call or text 988 anytime. And in Canada, the 988 Suicide Crisis Helpline provides similar service. So for other countries, find hotlines via the IASP or Befrienders Worldwide. The power of peer support. Peer support groups connect individuals with shared lived experiences. Find groups through NAMI, DBSA, Clubhouse International, and others. So it's okay not to be okay. Reaching out is a sign of strength, so please take care of your mental health. The why, cultivating a community where every voice matters. This questionnaire outlines a framework for the voluntary peer-led survey designed for members of the Ram Dass community, the 2SLGTBQIA+ Satsang on Facebook, and the Ram Dass Inner Academy. The fundamental purpose of this initiative is to foster a dedicated and respectful space for individuals to share their experiences, perspectives, and needs. It was conceived as an opportunity for members, particularly those identifying as 2SLGTBQIA+, to share their voice and be counted. So how do we connect this to our core ethos? Well, love. The process will be imbued with compassion, ensuring inclusivity and profound respect for each individual's unique journey, identity, and experiences. And then serve. The act of designing, disseminating, and participating in this survey is a manifestation of seva, or selfless service. And remember, the knowledge gained from this project will aid the community in remembering and honoring its diverse members. So a guide to your journey through the survey. So start with ease. We begin the survey with less sensitive, more general questions to build comfort and rapport. Your participation is entirely voluntary, so you have complete control. And pause and reflect. So the survey addresses sensitive topics. Your emotional well-being is important. If you find any questions distressing, you're welcome to skip them. Your honesty and comfort are our top priorities. And then stop for self-care. So you can stop the survey at any time without penalty. If you need support, you're not alone. Please reach out. And then the ripple effect of your voice. So your participation is a powerful act of community care. For you, feel heard, validated, and empowered. Strengthen your sense of belonging. And for leaders, gain insights to make informed decisions and better tailor support and resources. And then for everyone, it fosters empathy, strengthens community bonds, and builds stronger bridges of allyship. So your choice to participate. At the very beginning, you'll be asked to affirm your choice. Please affirm, and you can tick all that applies. So you can say, I read this and affirm my choice to participate. I read this and will pause or stop here. And I prefer not to read this, and I will inform my choice to participate as I go. So something I'd like to share is that throughout the survey, you'll find open spaces. What's on your mind in your own words, and your unique perspective is invaluable. So there will be lots of places and spaces to put that in. And then anonymity and confidentiality. So all your responses will be collected anonymously. No personal identifying information will be linked to your answers. Your privacy is paramount. So again, the deep end of it, an overview of the survey. So foundational principles guiding the survey's design and implementation. So you have the choice to check and tick all of the gender identities that apply, including two-spirit, agender, intersex, genderqueer, gender fluid, transgender woman, transgender man, cis woman, cis man, woman, man, non-binary, trans, other, I don't identify with gender, and I prefer not to answer. But you also have the choice to self-describe. And then your sexual orientation. So there's the option to put prefer not to answer, other, asexual, lesbian, bisexual, pansexual, queer, heterosexual, same gender loving, opposite gender loving, non-binary loving, and post-label. And then I self-describe as. Assigned at birth is not for everybody. Our understanding of what that means differs from person to person, but for people who identify with that language, there's an option to add, I choose to share, I was assigned blank at birth. Again, with the whole survey being an option, there's no obligation to basically pay into that or buy into the language if it doesn't resonate with you. So feel free to skip that question if it does. And so what are your pronouns? For example, she, her, he, him, they, them, and what's your age? As well as what region do you primarily reside in? And please describe your personal relationship status. How long have you been connected with the teachings of Ram Dass and or Neem Karoli Baba? And which Ram Dass community spaces do you primarily engage with? So ramdass.org, the website and content, the official 2SLGBTQIA plus Satsang on Facebook, other Ram Dass related Facebook groups, Ram Dass Inner Academy, retreats or in-person events, and local Satsang groups, as well as other. To what extent do you feel a sense of belonging within the Ram Dass community? 1, not at all, to 5, a great deal. How welcomed and included do you feel in the 2SLGBTQIA plus community, individual in this community? And how safe and comfortable do you feel expressing your 2SLGBTQIA plus identity within this community? So the survey will also include open-ended questions about your experience and support you find beneficial, suggestions for improvement, and how your identity and spirituality inform each other. So thank you Here are some of the multifaceted benefits of participating, and this is the ripple effect of your voice. So A, for the individual participant, engaging in this survey offers several intrinsic benefits: feeling heard and validated, being counted and seen, empowerment and agency, contributing to positive change, and a strengthened sense of belonging. For moderators and community leaders, the insights will be invaluable for gaining actionable insights, identifying unmet needs, data-informed decision making, and measuring and enhancing inclusivity and identifying potential leaders. So C, for the broader Satsang community, the benefits ripple outwards by strengthening community bonds, enhancing inclusivity for all, improving collective well-being, supporting data-informed growth, and increasing visibility, recognition, and allyship. And for the Dharma, the teachings in action. This initiative serves the Dharma by living the teachings, deepening spiritual practices, ensuring relevance and accessibility, and embodying the community of the Spirit. So continuous listening and our goals. Continuous listening. The survey is part of an ongoing commitment to listen and respond to evolving needs through learning and adapting future feedback mechanisms and recognizing our evolving community. Conclusion and goals. So the success of this endeavor hinges on a meticulous commitment to ethical integrity, inclusivity and design, trauma-informed practice, peer-led authenticity, purposeful action, and reciprocal communication. So the key goals for implementation include a dedicated peer working group, developing a clear communication plan, establishing secure data management protocols, plan for responsible data analysis and reporting, and then commit to action and iteration. So optional contact for follow-up conversation. So the survey is anonymous. However, if you would be willing to be contacted by the peer organizers for a potential separate and still confidential follow-up conversation, you may voluntarily provide your email address below. This is completely optional, and the survey responses will remain anonymous whether you provide an email or not. So thank you for your time, your honesty, and contribution. Your voice is deeply appreciated and will help us grow as a more inclusive community. So thank you, everybody. My name is Angus Wright. I'm also Angus by design. And if you leave your name and contact info, we'll make sure you get connected to the survey. Thank you so much.